And it's actually really interesting, right? Because Kaiwing, one of the older players on this team, Delight, when he was a bro, was an incredible Nami player. He was known as playing Enchanters. We see him now as like engage, engage, engage. The pressure from Hongyu is just massive though, and you can see it is being demonstrated in that 10 CS gap. Peanut going to move on over here as control wards are going to meet in the banana brush. For this dragon, we'll be going over to Gen.G without too much of a contest by HLE, just trying to get the information that they're looking for.
So instead of risking the game at an early play,
you think they want to kill Hongyu?
Yeah, possibly.
Well, they're going to go for it here as Emperor's Divide will pick him up.
Peanut?
We'll see whether he can get himself out of there, but that is going to be first blood going over to Zeka, and that is a great start for this Azir that was struggling. Tempo vibes are not actually something represented by what's going on in the game. Very important.
Right? You might think of tempo and like tempo. No, not that.
It's not actually like that. It's just a vibe of who's in the better position. And right now, Peanut not in a great position as Arcane Shift from Doggo getting so many of these Mystic shots down. Viper trying to kite it out, has that Q activated, and he has to flash to move himself out of the area. Battle Dance to save to life, and Doggo snipes down Viper and will be able to answer that first kill.
So Doggo, he's got loads of tempo vibes out now.
Absolutely, there we go. Shockwave going to come through as Hongyu also pretty good at that. He is going to be able to take a turret shot and be okay, but this dive is not over yet. This wave is crashing down, and Peanut and Delight both under full health. And Cataclysm does put Doggo in the cage, but Kaiwing is able to help pick that one up. Is that going to be Feats of Warfare? There it is! As the Orianna collects it now, Zeka finds a triple knockback with the Emperor's Divide, and Viper has made his way back to the fight. Kaiwing will be the first one to go down in this next team fight as Hongyu. No mana and not a lot of a chance to get himself out. But he is going to be able to flash still. Zeka able to pick it up. A double for the Azir, and HLE salvaged the play.
And you can see there at first, Hanwha, they're not actually going to pull the trigger, right? Doggo's he's just getting poked. And Doggo's like, no, we are all inning. Viper wasn't ready. But then the extension, Driver was just proxying between two turrets, and Zeus was like trying to tickle him, but obviously it's Cassante, so that didn't work. And then they tried to kill the Cassante afterwards. Also didn't work as the Drake.
Yeah, Drake gonna get started up here as Zeka finds another two! There is the tidal wave, that comes on through, but Honkyu's already dead. Cataclysm will be avoided, but Doggo, he's out of the fight, he's out of the pit, and there is no hope for Gen.G this time. It is a steamroll from HLE.
And Zeka is 2 for 2 now with these shuffles. Actually, 3 for 3, even the gank in mid lane was him setting it up. The next dive was at no threat, and I really want to highlight what you said earlier, Vedi, about Hongyu. Without flash, there is a Jarvan whose ultimate will force you, maybe even the Flag and Drag Zeus.
Yeah, going all out here as the equalizer goes down. It just puts a wall between himself and Driver. There's the knock-up and the punishment to come in. I'll hold it until he's actually dead, and there he does finally go down. Some revenge here as True Shot Barrage not quite correct here to take down Zeus.
Peanut feels very omnipresent right now. It's probably because we just came out of a replay where he was bot lane and now he's top lane. The man is covering exactly where he needs to at just the right times. As Zeka.
Yeah, looking for Hongyu here as the quickness comes in, and Delight will just hold him in position. Emperor's Divide, perfect position, but he's not dead just yet, and Gen.G is making his way down. HLE, a little bit of a split decision, but Zeka decides he wants to get the kill as there is the turret going down in the top lane at the same time.
And the shutdown will go to Gen.G. That's a small moment of respite for CFO, but they still got the 1-for-1.
And they're already ahead of the play. Peanut has been there, ready to set up for these objectives, and while CFO have been able to steal a few of them away, given that they are sitting at 2 dragons right now, this Herald looks I mean, why do I say it's of course they will challenge, it's CFO!
Well, they're going to try. We'll see whether they can actually lock down the objective. He's just going to be able to steal it away! Feats of Strength come in as well, but there's a great equalizer from Zeus. Cataclysm comes down, and there is the quickness as well for the charm. Gen.G is immediately going to get punished, and they may not be able to get the eye, but at least they have some cool shoes.
I love that Gen.G is just exquisite at winding HLE up. He is diving in solo. The fight doesn't go their way, but they steal away the objective once again.
It's quite hard. Even though you get the steal here, look at the re-engage that comes through from Hanwha. Zeus might be in trouble.
Yeah, can't watch the replay in this one as Zeus is in so much trouble. Audacious Charge comes through. He does flash to get himself out of the way. Wind becomes lightning, goes the wrong direction, but there's the shockwave, and down goes Zeus. Shut down money for the Orianna.
Hongyu gets some much-needed gold as he has been the target from HLE throughout this game. The gold advantage still very much in HLE's favor, but CFO, after finding a pick, now set their sights on the 3rd dragon of the game.
Yeah, so much vision though, and you're exactly right. And Infernal Soul is a big deal at the same time. Honky this time in a hole. Oyster trouble though as Viper not quite there for the damage. Still waiting for this Rumble to come back up again. And right now CFO do have control of the area. 50% on that health bar. Zeka going to need to find a fantastic shuffle if they want to win this fight. Orb does come down. Honku still with no mana in this fight. Great double knock up in the backline, and there is the flag and drag. At the same time, Exhaust onto Doggo. He's put in the Cataclysm. Zeka takes down Kaiwing, and HLE have found their marks. Yes, Peanut goes down, but he has done enough for his teammates. As Viper may have stepped too far forward, he does get disengaged with that blast cone, but they will be able to get themselves the dragon. Honku burning, but Zeus will not be able to find that kill, and my goodness, that could have been way worse for CFO.
And that was Delight that set it all up. He went for a flash charm into two-man knock-up onto the backline.
We see how Doggo plays it. It only takes a couple moments like that, a single moment from Doggo to punish your positioning, to swing the momentum back in CFO's favor.
And he's hit that two-item spike as well. I mean, Doggo is extraordinarily powerful right now. You have a bit of an engage though, as Zeus in a bit of trouble once again. Equalizer goes down, he's doing a lot of damage. Junja almost just dead, but the all-out holds him in position, and Junja will survive.
Peanut's gonna look for an exit kill here.
A little bit of an angle perhaps, as he does dodge out of the way of that Q, looking for the Xin Zhao here. As you can see, Delight wants to come on over as well. Driver not quite finding the angles onto Peanut here. He will take the consolation Cassante for that 1-for-1. As Viper comes down, and if he gets the kill, that's going to feel a whole lot better here for HLE, and he does.
Ends up being a 1-for-1 overall, and there's not much else at the rest of the map that CFO can trade for.
Well, Hanwha Life pulled the trigger. Not going to be the case, though, in this Otacon certainly to be where the next fight says. As I say that, they're starting it up.
Yeah, Viper is just hitting it. Peanut going to turn up as well. There is no vision available here for CFO. And Kaiwing, like you say, he's going home. Junja is going to be able to get a ward over the wall here. Or at least try and look for it. There it is. The control wall goes down. He gets the bad news.
They're too late.
But this Otacon is not long for the world, and Delight will turn up. He will be able to play defense to avoid him getting in here. Down goes the Otacon, and now Driver slowed by the Slurkle. Zeus gets himself in there as the Equalizer comes down. Perfect position once again. The tidal wave comes through. It's a phenomenal shockwave. Honku decides that they want to win the fight, and now it's Junja's turn to go deep. They look for the angle. Zeus goes down. Delight in a safe spot, and HLE, they're just trying to get the heck out of dodge.
They need more, though. Zeka might go down.
Yep, tagged by the Mystic Shot. Emperor's Divide pushes Doggo away, and is he going to survive? He will! Mystic Shot doesn't get the snipe, and Delight will also be safe on the top side. Man, they're not allowed to get away with that. This was a little bit of a bridge too far, as now Dragon going to be up in 18 seconds.
Hey, come on now. He'll go for it.
Yeah, I kind of regretted saying that as soon as I started.
That does mean, though, we're now 33 flowers to 10, and they will get this mid lane turret. Hanwha Life instead playing for Prio on the Dragon. Zeus obviously has decent wave player.
On that Equalizer, if they do want to just eradicate the wave. You're exactly right. Drake has coming up here, is now HLE in a bit of trouble. Shockwave onto one, but Zeus is no longer here. The scrap shield's good, but Junja just says, nah, get out of town, and he is going to be able to pick up that kill. Equalizer went down beforehand, though, and Junja in a little bit of trouble. He's still going forward. Delight will be able to deny him, but I do love the idea at least. Another pick there to come through. As Peanut gets taken down. There is, this is a design. I don't know what is even happening here, but it should be Soul Point picked up by CFO,
It's going to be. HLE are going to trade back this mid-tier 1. This is something they've been doing very well this game. The cross maps, the trading, they go into Honku.
Yeah, Honku does manage to get the flash out, and now the bubble connects by Kaiwing, but the follow-up, it's just not there. Viper stands in front of his Azir. Now Driver looking for a bit of an angle, but Delight is going to be there for the defense, and man, CFO are just getting so close so many times, it's frustrating. But is this inner turret going to be the next target? Looks like the answer is no, as Honku trading on the other side of the rift.
So this is really good news for CFO, because now HLE playing a little bit desperate. They sent a lot of members towards the bot side of the map, committing to that play.
Kaiwing also still has his flash available.
Yep, playing some defense here as Delight making his way forward. There's the quickness. Delight seeing who he can pick up here as the wall. Sorry, the wave is going to be avoided. Cataclysm puts them both in. Equalizer down on top to barbecue them, and there is the Emperor's Divide to lap up that bottom lane. Now Zeka in trouble though. Will he be able to break the arm guard? He will. He's on 1 health though. After everything's said and done, the ult from Junja is so incredibly good, but Viper is still standing. It's so much damage, and the carries for CFO are down.
It was a beautiful engage from HLE, but it ended as a 3 for 3.
Horse there. Thank you very much to our stats team coming up with that one. So this is still a bit of an advantage for HLE. Delight's flashing forward. He finds the quickness to lock down Honku. Another phenomenal equalizer from Zeus, and the blast cone will not save the Orianna. Battle Dance gets him out of there, and Delight has been so good. Junja now in trouble. If they lose their jungler, they're in so much dire straits, as you said, Chronicler.
Look at the flash timer. It just now became available. Honku didn't have it. The timing from Hanwha Live, literally.
That fight is about to happen right now.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Look at Junja's positioning.
This is
gone.
just melting. It's absolutely obscene. Driver goes in there. They're going to see whether they can win the fight because they're not going to take the Baron. The rest of CFO move over, but Driver's going all out, and he needs to get out because that health bar is just missing. Emperor's Divide finds two in the backline, and Zeus is there with the flamethrower to take down Honku again. Junja will be able to keep himself alive at least, but Peanut takes down Doggo. There are those carries you were talking about, Mal. They're now taking a nap in the river, and there goes the rest of CFO to follow. HLE, they will find their team fight in the end.
And that's just going to be it, most likely. All the damage dealers on Hanwha Live ready to push down that mid lane. Baron buffs there, and CFO, they fought valiantly, but Hanwha Live get the Nash and take the game.
HLE with ruthless efficiency force the Baron, force the fight, win cleanly, and have the Nexus in their eyes.
Exactly. Nexus turret's going to be the next ones to fall down, and we had questions for HLE. Will Zeka be able to tidy up the play? Well, the answer to that is yes. Will Delight find some of his fantastic engages? Yes, and they needed to take down CFO here in this game number one.
And one of the critical parts is look at how close the gold, they actually kept the gold. CFO there, fighting back until a really big moment towards the Baron there. But the key is for CFO, this team, they really have no fear of any other players at international tournaments. So you can see it in their play.
Instead, it's going to be a cow. And when you see a Trundle, the cow is pretty good.
Yeah.
Cow beats
don't
troll.
get to subjugate it. Yeah, cow beats troll. It's like rock, paper, scissors. I don't know what the other thing is.
He knows that Trundle wants to clear through the top side, but Junja seems to be reading this super well. He's actually pathing his way towards the bot side. Kaiwing is going to come and check. Now they'll spot him out.
Yeah, Kaiwing gets the information. Zenith Blade is going to hit there as well, as Peanut is behind enemy lines, and now Junja's going to make his way in.
No
flash. He cannot get over here, but Peanut just goes straight into his hands. Not sure about that one, as Peanut is just dead. First blood over to Junja.
What a phenomenal read from Junja to recognize that Peanut would try to go for the Krugs.
Kiana, if I remember correctly, and that early lead was enough for them to take the entire game. It's going to be early dragon here now for CFO as well.
Yep, Ocean does go over here, as Junja is going to be able to lock that one up. You can see nice knock up here from Zeus.
You think these two top laners just have a pact that we're just going to not base until our first item?
I hope so.
Wait, he's breaking the pact! He's
This is kind of ridiculous. Doggo moving up towards that top side. Mega Inferno Bomb does connect, doesn't quite do the damage though, and now he's trying to tunnel his way over. The ulti comes through, and Zeus goes down. Immediately, Doggo now at about 200 health. Zeka trying to get himself out of there. He flashes, but the Realm Warp will follow. There's feats of warfare as no one on CFO has gone down yet, and Kaiwing was even looking for more. It's obliteration by the Oysters.
And CFO find a giant lead here early on. 1.5 gold lead, close to this early on, is nothing to scoff at.
Certainly isn't, especially when you're looking at then a Caitlyn that gets some free farm to bail you out. She's not necessarily known for that. As Zeus also not looking like he's going to be able to get out of this one either, as he takes a bite out of him. There is the Vault Breaker available for Peanut to try and play some defense. Zeus might be out, but Peanut could be in trouble. Honku decides that he wants to kill the Rek'Sai, but it may have not been the right choice. Peanut tries to get himself out. The Solar Flare connects. And this is a little bit cute. The ring around the Rosie to come on through now as Peanut not able to get over that wall. One bite from Junja, and he clears out his opposite number. 0-3-0 for Peanut to start this one off.
I mean, Junja is just schooling Peanut in this game.
Yeah, Honku makes his way in with Kaiwing. Viper going to try and go for the execute, and he will be able to get it. Flashes out of the Solar Flare to make sure that no one gets the money. Still going for a bit of a dive now towards the top side of the map as HLE, they've come alive. The shutdown to give Peanut some money back, and Delight gets his unbreakable will and is able to help take down the Croc there on that top side.
The cross map is clean as HLE lose nothing on the bot side, only gain on the top side, and they're going to get some much needed plates to reduce this gold advantage that CFO have been able to build.
And we see Junja take the dragon. Trundle was one of those champions where I actually would have loved, might still be able to make it actually, so I gotta eat my words there. I was kind of hoping with Triforce, as fed as you are going to absolutely shred through this turret. As we can see here, instead they went to 2 Drakes, which obviously is a big win.
They would always, the play was kind of over, send one person back to already start resetting and making their way to one of the side lanes to start pushing out that wave. And we're seeing it already here. The fact that not only was Viper able to make the best out of a bad situation, they also make a successful cross map. And now Delight is here to cover for what is CFO's strong side of the map. So fortunately for CFO, they do at the very least get a turret to reclaim the gold that they had lost.
It's kind of stagnated as this game has gone on, and that shutdown money really helping Peanut try and find his way back in. As the Blast Cone, the Mega version, is just going to be denied for just about forever. Delight has to flash to get himself out of that situation, and the Mega Cone finally does come in, and the Realm Warp to follow. CFO, a steak dinner prepared beautifully by them.
An easy pick secured onto Delight. We've seen him miss position here and there throughout this tournament, and fortunately for HLE, that's not going to result. I say that, I stand corrected. CFO, of course, run immediately towards the top side where the Herald is spawned. They know they have the numbers advantage, so they're going to force that objective. HLE are also not really on the right side of the map. Peanut now pathing towards bot, wants to at the very least try and cross map for this tier 1 out of tower.
Also feels like a little bit of disrespect from Hanwha Life, where in the last game we saw that CFO will bring the fight to you. And that's going to be Herald now, should be leading to that mid turret falling. Hanwha Life able to get something on the cross map here, as we talked about, but you still take the Herald, especially if you can open up mid lane.
To Hongyu now, constantly on a side lane, has a healthy gold lead, ramping up very nicely on the rise. Gonna have that Seraphs completed very, very soon, as HLE secure another outer tower. Just that last mid one remains, but this isn't gonna be an easy one to siege. Now it looks like that Dragon is going to be their focus.
A whole lot of control here of this river, and they're going to throw down Shelly just to make sure that they retain it. Chengdu is going to drive her in, but we do have the wall being set up, and so it's going to have to be a different place to get a headache. Never mind, just swings by, just bypasses the wall, and then bypasses the turret! It's not what you want to see. There is the cease and desist, and Chengdu will immediately get punished, but he does have the subjugate, and Zeka just kind of evaporated off the back end. They still get the charge! How the hell did that work? That is so it looked like he missed, but maybe it was part of the play.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Absolutely. We have to. Do we have to now say that it was obviously part of the plan? Because it worked out.
Perfect calculations,
Exactly.
Atlas. How did you not see that?
I really do like to assess things based on the result. Is now Doggo going to get knocked up here by Zeus, looking for the target, and doesn't finish him off. The flash from Peanut will be able to get on in there, and Zeus getting so many knockups in this fight. It is going to be the Troll finally going down and getting punished. Viper is at full health in this fight, but now his front line has ran out, and HLE are just trying to get themselves out of there, and Hongyu is going to say nope, as they all do take the Realm Warp, and so Zeus might be able to just buy some time here with some tunnels.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. We'll go down for sure here. We'll see who they give the kill to. Looks like it is going to be Rest. Well, maybe an opportunity here as the Dragon is started. Vi does have a good amount of damage here on this objective with her W, but I don't think they're going to get the time.
I'm not
Mayhem,
sure.
Betty!
Perhaps this is an overestimation of the amount of damage that he can do, because this is nowhere near close, as Rest is going to move himself in. Doggo is teleported over at the same time. Mega Inferno of massive damage onto Zeka, as Hongyu could be in a little bit of trouble, but Kaiwing is keeping him safe. Peanut realizing that he's made a big mistake here as well, as Delight gets the headbutt to save his jungler, but I mean, this is still just a leash, so they get soul point.
Yeah, I think Hanwha should be happy that they don't just outright lose the game there. That could have been the end of it. CFO's like, what are you doing? You have 2 items on mid. No.
So just start a fight on Otacon.
Yes, here we go.
Well, it's going to be HLE starting this fight, as the wall is going to be put down. Zeka is knocked off it a little bit early, though, as Mega Inferno Bomb just pushes Viper out of the fight entirely. They do trade it for Hongyu, as Viper with the redemption might be able to stick around for like a little bit longer, but the Otacon not going to be a target that they can collect. Zeus is doing his best Void Grub or Rift Herald impression by being a Void monster in the pit. As there's the flick back onto Doggo! Peanut looking for that angle there, but it is just going to be the Satchel that tries to get Doggo out of dodge. Zeus now could be the one in trouble, though, with Solar Flare. The circles are layered, and it's not enough damage. He just tunnels his way out. Another shove to buy that space, but the Otacon down underneath half health. As HLE still wanting to go for this one. Redemption to get those health bars back again. As Peanut, can you get the steal? That's the question. He gets himself in, but it's not going to be stolen away. And down up there from Delight, but Hongyu is still alive somehow, and CFO are just trying to limp themselves away with the Arakan in tow.
Heist successful for CFO. They get the objective. Peanut can get the steal. And that's going to be them getting the pedals.
And the thing that's ridiculous is that I said before that it's not exactly the most popular soul. It's Renekton and Trundle. Like, they will not die.
They love that. That's great stuff for them. The amount of sustain they have in their kits. Between the passive to subjugate. Renekton with his Q as Powing is looking aggressively. Viper needs to do some damage. Hanwha alive. Get it low.
Well, there is the solar flare towards that backline as Gen.G in a bit of trouble, but it's so much AoE with this Mega Inferno Bomb. Still, Rest is going to go down. The double knockup is fantastic, and it's 2 on the floor here for CFO. Zeus is down, the Dragon getting amongst it as well as the ulti from Viper to soften up Hongyu as Zeka on the flank angle. The flash pulverize from Delight is gorgeous, and Viper is there with the follow-up DPS. Doggo now out of cooldowns, but is able to at least get rid of the cow, and HLE come alive finally in this game.
And at the final hurdle, CFO.
When they don't look good, it doesn't look great at all. As Zeus is continuing to have a rough time. That interruption was absurd as the Mega Inferno Bomb comes down, but he takes another tunnel, tries to escape, and it does not work. And could this just be the setup as Zeus? This is one of the downturns. All right, Gen.G in position now. We're getting the snap traps down though. And HLE, they have pulled this one out. Zeka on that angle once again to try and get that wall in. Gen.G is trying to keep himself there. He's pushed all the way out. And so this Dragon should go over to HLE. They deny a soul yet again. But can they win themselves a fight as Kaiwin goes in and then uses Delight to taxi his way out? They're both in that backline as Hongyu is delivered to the open arms of Zeka. And Rest is now just trying to slice and dice his way out. They'll take a crab. They get 1 kill, but it's exactly the one they needed.
As the TP comes in, CFO know that they cannot give up this Baron.
Every teleport is going to be employed to try and stop this one from going down. 25 seconds on Doggo as well, who doesn't have teleport when he does respawn. Still they're looking for the angle as Zeus goes in. It's a beautiful flick back, a double knockup again. The pulverize is there, and Viper is indeed unstoppable as everyone is CCing every member of CFO, and that just allows Viper to shoot them. The Baron gonna go down next. It felt like a hint of desperation because CFO, it was 4 versus 5.
Doggo, you need to steal this. Run!
Oh God, can he get into Mega Inferno Bomb range?
Can. He's
Come on.
Oh, well, it's down to 2,000 now. He's not going to be able to get there. And it probably wasn't going to happen anyway. There's a large circle saying...
Hanwha Life is not going to win the game off of this just as Baron push if they're not able to actually break open the base, and they are not even close to Soul just yet.
Yeah, well, you've got Zeus in that mid lane. Just the CC eaten by a tunnel.
Let them have the turrets, it's okay. Come on, CFO, I want my game free!
See whether we can get there. Another double shot comes on through though as Zeka. I think he just wants to go back to the Hotel Chronicle. I don't think he wants to give you that game number 3 as Gen.G down so incredibly low. Peanut to try and set up here as well. The solar flare is decent, but the shove, the knockups all over the place, just chained so beautifully by HLE. They'll use that to take down this inhibitor turret. And no Crocodile to stand in that front line and defend. The inhibitor might actually be defended though, as we can see here. That's not going to go down just yet, but they have now broken open the base. A 6,000 gold lead here for HLE as well. As the siege continues, Delight gets the headbutt in, triple pulverize one more time as it's Zeus that assassinates Doggo yet again as Viper gets round the side to land the pot shots. It's a double as it all settles, and my God, HLE, they really came alive, and they were asleep at the beginning of this game. But no, it looks like it's going to be a 2-0, and our second LCK team will make their way to knockouts with the fall of this Nexus. Peanut's last dance is still alive.
HLE, they make it to the knockouts. Peanut can dream about that Cinderella run. Zeus can keep dreaming about maybe meeting his ex-team in the finals. And for CFO, they are not out yet. And I think